Today's Liturgy of the Word gives us two men whose lives speak to the heart of our faith. Eleazar in the first reading from the book of Maccabees, and Zacchaeus in the Gospel according to Luke. One teaches us the beauty of remaining faithful even in adversity, while the other shows us the power of conversion and beginning again. Eleazar is 90 years old, respected and wise, yet he is pressured to commit even a small compromise against God's law. People tells him, just pretend, save yourself. But Eleazar refuses, not because he is stubborn, but because he wants to remain faithful to God until the very end. He says instead, my life is God's. I will not betray him, no matter how small the sin, no matter who is watching. Eleazar reminds us that faithfulness often requires courage, especially in a world that tells us to bend our values, to hide our beliefs, or choose what is easy instead of what is true. His witness challenges us. What compromises am I tempted to make? And what example do I leave to people around me? In the Gospel, we meet Zacchaeus, almost the opposite of Eleazar. He is a sinner, a tax collector, someone who has made many wrong choices, but he wants to see Jesus. And that desire, small as it is, opens the door to grace. He climbs the sycamore tree, and Jesus does something surprising and says to him, Zacchaeus, come down. Today, I must stay at your house. Jesus does not wait for Zacchaeus to fix his life first, but Jesus enters first, and then the change begins. Zacchaeus responds immediately, half of my possessions I give to the poor, and if I have wronged anyone, I will repay them 4 times over. His conversion is not just words, it becomes visible, practical, and real. Brothers and sisters, inspired by today's readings, Eleazar shows us by saying, stay faithful even when it costs something. Zacchaeus teaches us through his experience with Jesus that no matter our past, the Lord can make us new. Together they reveal a simple truth, that holiness is both our responsibility and God's gift. We do our best to guard our integrity like Eleazar, and we must open our hearts to the Lord like Zacchaeus. Today in this Holy Mass, Jesus also looks at each of us and says, I want to stay in your house. He wants to enter our lives, though imperfect and sinful. May we have Eleazar's courage to remain faithful and Zacchaeus' humility to begin again, so that in the end, the Lord Jesus may also say about us, today, salvation has come to this house. This